Big George Foreman was 1 year removed from his superb effort against heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield. He became universally popular, even loved, as a result. Almost exactly 12 months later, Big George lined up fringe contender Alex Stewart as his next opponent. Stewart was a reasonable fighter who had been in with the likes of Mike Tyson, Michael Moorer, and Evander Holyfield.
To see how Stewart handles that jab.
When you get hit, do you revert or do you fight?
Stewart already seems to be shying away.
Continue to be tentative. It could be a short fight.
What is George's most effective? How does it rank among left jabs of all time?
The tops, along with Sonny Liston.
But it wasn't that good when he was young.
And not fire back very often.
To be tentative. He's not going to give George Foreman anything. This is the new George Foreman. He's the most relaxed guy in the world.
George Foreman looking for all the world like a man. Stepping forward and popping the jab.
He just can't loosen up. There he is. You hate to see a guy go out there.
And now Alex begins to get busy with the jab.
George is scoring a lot of points with that jab. There's a combination by Stewart.
Good one.
Foreman knocked Stewart down twice in the second round and was battering him in the third, when Foreman motioned to referee Richard Steele to stop the fight.
Low blow. Richard Steele says nothing about it, and Stewart goes down.
Didn't seem to me like a very hard punch at all.
Take some action.
Another low blow.
He's got Stewart hurt and ready for some.
Again, is going to have to get George's attention.
And he comes back.
Stewart's not fighting with any confidence at all.
Another right hand and another knockdown.
And the way Stewart is not offering any opposition.
He's against power punches. Larry Mickey, when they go into the ring against a big punch, continues to bear in. And George is rocked. The damage is momentary. A chance to bring matters to a close.
Survive this round.
But then Stewart did something unexpected. He started fighting back.
Able to get himself the throw.
When he throws punches, that's good. That is.
You heard trainer Jimmy Williams. I'm not really sure that's true, Gil.
He hit that hard with either of the punches.
His nose and mouth area.
He's taking a lot more punishment at times.
You know, Stewart was down
Round with a fight.
Well, he's been cut in this fight.
Caught it on the point of the chin. Was
right eye in the second round.
Foreman staggering a little bit as he moves in a full jab again.
He's in against a very slow guy. He should be moving a little.
He may yet be able to turn the tide of the
suck Stewart into one big punch. Hands it down, missing punches.
We told you in the middleweight champions is under the ring canvas.
Against those ropes.
Get away with calling George son.
Call George son.
In your mind, just as you were saying it, Gil, Stewart tried, has the energy and the presence of mind. And so far, he hasn't been able to do it. In front of Alex Stewart, Gil, and taking a
long time.
And Stewart is due.
He is, and he's paying.
You talk about a career risk
all the time.
In a losing performance against champion Evander continues to take its toll for Forman.
Looks to me like
George's face started to swell. His mouth was reddened first. Then his eyes began to swell shut, and later still George's cheeks began to balloon.
George Foreman wanted to go in this battle with Alex Stewart.
Advice, he told him to shut up.
Or Dundee and Dundee only to be talking to him. He does take the initiative, particularly stepping straight. But Stewart continues to...
He's looking a little tired to me right now, Jim. Now he's more tired, Larry.
Stewart now targeting that mouth with...
Right. He just keeps watching George. I think George can fight backing up.
The indicator of when George is tired is when the right hand
did not follow it up.
Has never been an bout that went, but he told us he was ready to try to do that tonight, and maybe he can fulfill that prophecy.
To get to those eyes.
And between rounds, as George does, they did not use...
Set for 10 rounds, the battle between the 43-year-old and the 28-year-old turned out to be a quite savage affair. A war that had fans worrying for the welfare of both the old man and the young man.
Jimmy Williams is right. Both eyes are closing on Forman. Foreman going, chanting, George, George, George. 3 straight, less aggressive as round 6, an increasing crescendo.
4 rounds. Those head blows.
Burgess Meredith slices
It's only in the movies, Jim.
We won't see that here. But they've got to sit
Miracle drug. It's an ice-cold piece of metal, 50 seconds that they had, seconds on each swelling. I don't think it did much.
Knockdowns in round number 2. Did not land a power punch. And Stewart looks to referee Richard Steele.
At which point,
Again, Stewart just does now he should jump on him again.
Well, he just needs to put more punches together. Regretting his failure to get...
Again, Stewart waits for George to lead.
Well, it's time to say to all you George Foreman, valiant effort. More and more, it looks as though that will be the only...
Never in any previous fight or in any later fight did Foreman get so badly banged up, so clearly and disturbingly beaten up.
With the left. A curious round in which Stewart...
George is going to do. Look at him standing still, waiting. It's a difference of opinion. I would have
a horse
him
to water, but you can't make him drink. We've seen him time and time again.
But George did. Jim,
with the most decisive moments on the throne and landed more punches than George Foreman.
Foreman, once again showing tremendous heart, managed to clobber Stewart with a thunderous shot.
On its feet.
there's the uppercut that Angelo called for.
Stewart momentarily punch drunk. Foreman trying to find
him. Jim. He doesn't have time to think.
Richard Steele is supposed to put during a lull in the action, and I want to tell you, action. He took away
at least a small lull in the action.
He doesn't have time to watch George. It's up to Stewart.
Joan watching at ringside, business or retire.
The two weary heavyweights slugged it out through the final rounds.
Which he hasn't been doing out in that last round with those two uppercuts. No, get off first and try to back George.
George. In these
profusely,
Larry, the blood
pouring out of that wound.
Yeah, it looks as though George...
I don't know why.
Stewart just is not getting over any big punches.
Solid right hand by Foreman. The blood on Alex Stewart's right eye. He gave him a 10-7 round there. It's conceivable something
closer.
1974 when Forman lost.
It's the last round of the fight. He should.
The delay was no more than 30 to 45 seconds. Now, Gil, he's just pawing in there. He's on the canvas.
No legs at all. He's fighting on hard alone.
Stewart lost a controversial majority decision, but it was Foreman who looked like the loser after the fight with his face hidden behind large sunglasses.
Could have ended the fight right then and there with a third knockdown?
I really could have, but I didn't want to hurt the kid. I hit him with a shot and looked at the ref, and now the kid hurting me.
For the winner on a majority decision, Big George.